0-0, Carter Chapin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bobcats Sports Live. We are just getting into opening introductions for this Floyd versus Radford JV game. Number 32 for Floyd, also named Radford, so hopefully we will, hopefully we'll be kept in line tonight. If you're just joining us, Isaac Nagel on the call for JV. Michael Davis will be joining me a little bit later for varsity, so going to have a little bit of a solo show tonight. So we're going to see if I can keep up, if Michael has taught me well enough. One of the first things we're going to see if Michael can teach me is how to actually stream. First time setting it all up myself. If you want to leave a comment, if you want to send me a text, if you can hear this, that would be helpful to say, hey, Isaac, we got you loud and clear. Meanwhile, Bobcats just getting introduced as usual. 0, Trenton Carter starting for the Bobcats. Brady Sutherland, number 4. Number 5, Sam Long getting the start against Floyd tonight.
Number 13, Jackson Rentschler.
Number 13, Jackson Rentschler, the 8th grader. And lastly, number 14, Grant Keister with a little dance on his way out. Got a little swag there, Grant. He's ready to play. Only the 3rd home game of the year on Cormany Court for these JV Bobcats. Coming in, really going to see what this team is made of tonight against Floyd County. Floyd and Martinsville seem to be the class of 2A, along with Radford, of course. And this week, the Bobcats will have a test versus both of them. First Floyd tonight at home and then away at Martinsville on Friday. Everybody saying hello, dapping each other up before we get this thing started. Eye of the Tiger playing. Rentschler, the big man in the middle, 8th grader, goes up for the tip. Ref decides to tell him which way to go. Now that they're sure, tip is bumped out of the ref's hand. We're going to do that again. A little excited tonight. They know it's a big game. Tip is up. Rentschler gets it, no problem, but unfortunately tips it out and over to Floyd. Floyd's going to start with the ball. 32 brings it down. Crowd's into it already right from the jump. Floyd dumps it down, but no, a steal. Bobcats are going to get it. That's Trenton Carter with the steal. Right place, right time. Carter over to Long, dumps it to Rentschler. Rentschler is in between 2 Buffaloes, but gets it out. Sutherland in the corner decides not to take it over to Carter. Carter to Long, Long to Keister. Keister for 3. Oh, off the front of the rim and over the rim. Rebound's going to go to the Floyd County Buffaloes. Floyd sets up their offense. Not a bad look by Keister, just couldn't get it to go. Good movement on that first possession for the Bobcats. Floyd's going to dump it down, number 44, right away with a basket. Good little move for him. Floyd gets on the board first, 2-0. Bobcats going to take their shot. Keister again in the corner, decides to pass it out this time. Sutherland to Carter. Carter setting up the offense. Carter to Sutherland. Taking their time for the Bobcats. A minute into this game, only 1 shot so far. Keister's got it at midcourt. Drives past his man over to Carter. Probably a 30-second possession. Rentschler has it, decides to go in. Nice little spin move and up and can't get it to go. Around the rim, off the glass, and out. Meanwhile, Sam Long almost corrals the rebound, poked out of bounds. It's going to be Floyd County ball. 2-0, 5:42 left in the first. Just getting started here. Again, if you're joining us, this is my first time starting the stream at home, so please let me know if you can hear us. I might just be speaking into the void. Both teams being patient on offense. No need to rush. 2-0 lead for Floyd. 0-0 is going to drive it in, decides no. Kick it back out to 44. Sam Long, good defense for the Bobcats. Floyd still trying to find anybody with any room to shoot. They're finding nothing. Crowd's loving it. Carter's guarding his man, 0-0. I'll have names for you shortly. Usually while Michael's doing the start of this broadcast, I'm able to do that, but not this time around. Meanwhile, Floyd has it. 44 is going to be up with a 3. It's going to bank in. 5-0 quick lead for Floyd. Keister trying to break the press for Radford and is going to get fouled. It's going to be on number 44. Let's get these Floyd names out. Let's see who we've got here. 44 is Lackey. Lackey's got 5 points and 1 foul. What a start for him. Just a minute and some change into the game. Sutherland going to inbound, does so to Keister. Keister has it, dumps it over. Trent Johnson in the game. Over to Carter. Carter thinks about shooting, no. Drives in, decides to back out. Looking for a play, but nobody's able to get open. Rentschler's got it down low. He's got a height advantage on his opponent, but his opponent's being aggressive. Johnson's going to get it over to Sutherland. Thought about a three, doesn't. Decide to take it over to Rentschler. Back to Johnson. Johnson now drives. Along the baseline, kicks it out to Carter. Carter has a good look at three, takes it and drains it. Trenton Carter with the first basket for the Bobcats. That was needed. Good patience there, too, by the Bobcats. Buffaloes are going to drive it right down. They're not taking any time. A pass out, 00's got it. He decides to kick it out. An iffy pass, but gets it through to his man. Now back to 00. Good defensive game. Everybody's playing smart. You got Eli Adams now at the scorer's table, also with Ashby. Floyd, meanwhile, going to dump it down to 44. Again, Lackey, but Keister, with a smart play, just blocks it, almost just smacks it out of his hand before he could really even get up for the shot. So great play by Keister. Ball's going to go out of bounds, so it is going to stay here with the Buffalo. Oh, a foul's going to be called. I thought he got all ball, but no, they're going to say a hand foul was called, so it's going to be shooting 2 from the line for Lackey. Didn't even hear the whistle on that one. Lackey's going to be up with the first, and no good. Ball don't lie. Maybe it does. Eli Adams is going to come in. The Bobcats, Ashby as well. Meanwhile, Lackey's going to get his second shot. He is up and no good on that one. Ashby immediately coming into the game, getting a rebound. He throws it to Adams. Adams driving down, backs it back out to Ashby. Ashby takes a second, trying to get past his man, does over to Rentschler. Rentschler, top of the key, drives it all the way down, is going to lay it up, and oh, no good, but Johnson's there for the rebound. Right back up, big basket for Johnson. Now it's a 5-5 game. It's a fun game so far. Trent Johnson, again, that offensive rebound leading to a layup. Meanwhile, great defense for the Bobcats. They try and dish it down low just over the head of number 12. Bobcats are going to get the turnover. Landon Quisenberry going to check in here for Floyd. Bobcats have it 5-5, 3:19 in the first. Game just getting started. One foul apiece. Nobody's taken a timeout yet. Ashby's going to take it. Kind of a half-court press here, a 1-3-1 almost. Bobcats are going to break it to Carter. Carter to Ashby. Ashby to Rentschler. Rentschler to Adams. Man, if you listen to us on JV at all, you know that we want Adams to shoot. Meanwhile, Adams gets it to Carter, who shoots. No good. Rebound going to go to Floyd. It's number 32 for Floyd. He goes past. Good defense by Rentschler, and it's going to cause his opponent to step out of bounds just barely. Rentschler stopped on a dime, causing his opponent to stop. When his opponent stopped, he just kind of fell back on his back foot, that back foot out of bounds, causing the turnover. Rentschler, good job. Johnson's going to inbound it to Ashby. 2:55 to go. 5-5 if you're just joining us. Ashby, a player off the bench, but Ashby has played so well as we've seen him this year. He gets it down to Rentschler. Rentschler's going to get it. A shot off the rim to the backboard and in. Rentschler's got 2 points on the night. 7-5 Bobcats on a 7-0 run right now. They've got to be excited about that. Floyd trying to find an open look. Again, great defense by these Bobcats. 32 looking to dump it down low, taking the pivot foot for all it can. Gets it down to 34, double teamed. He's lucky to get it out and does, but it gets it up for 3, 32. Oh, it's going to be all around the rim and in. Big three-pointer for Floyd. It's going to give them an 8-7 lead, 2:10 to go in the first. Bobcats look to answer. Rentschler all by himself at the top. He's going to drive in now. For a big man, he's got some moves. He goes to the floor, but kicks it out to Carter first. Carter's going to get a three and miss it, but going to be fouled on that attempt. Meanwhile, he's going to be fouled by, let's find out who. Looks like number 14. Landon Quisenberry. Let me give him a big shout out after he knocked his opponent down, helps him up immediately. You know I love that character. Ryder Bond, meanwhile, going to check in for the Bobcats. I believe Carter's going to get 3 from the line. Carter takes a deep breath. One dribble and up, no good off the front of the rim. He'll have 2 more. Bond is going to check in for Rentschler. So for the Bobcats, you've got Ashby, Carter, Adams, Bond, and Johnson. Ryder Bond, also a varsity esports player for those wondering. Carter's going to be up with the second. Second is no good also. Again off the front of the rim. He's disappointed in himself. He's going to shake it off. He'll get this third one. Ashby going to talk to coach while Carter gets his third attempt from the line. 8-7 lead for Floyd. Minute 56 left in the first. Carter up on the third. Off the front of the rim again and missed. 0-0 is going to get it. That's Chafin for Floyd. Makes a nice little move, gets past Carter. No, Carter adjusts. Great defense by Carter. You can see he's fired up for missing those 3 free throws. He wants to make it up on defense. Good shifting by the Bobcats. Maybe a moving screen, not going to be called. Taking their time. All these possessions for both teams have been about 45 seconds. Meanwhile, they kick it out. They get an open look from 3. No good. It's going to be a miss. Carter's going to get the long rebound. He's going to drive. Got a man in front of him, but he's just quick enough. He's able to get it up and in for Carter. Come on. Not bad defense by Floyd to adjust for it, but Carter, he's so quick. Gets it going. He's got 5 for the game for the Bobcats. 9-8 lead. Minute 08 left in the first quarter. Floyd trying to find some space. Good defense by Bond. They're able to kick it out. No, Carter's going to steal it again. Carter all the way down, up, lays it in. That's 7 points for Carter. Not even the end of the first now. Floyd's going to inbound it. Ashby tried to get up and get it, didn't. It get past him. His man's going to get past him too, and that's going to be a quick and easy 2 for Floyd. That's Radford on Floyd. I believe he's got 5 now. Inbound's going to go to Johnson. Johnson's going to get it. Almost stolen, but Ryder Bond, way to collect it. Carter's going to get it over to Adams. Adams to Ashby. 32 seconds left. We're going to see if they want to get aggressive. Sometimes in this situation, we'll hold for the last shot. Adams is not. He's going to throw it up and in. Oh, you know we love it from the white line, Eli Adams. Bobcats getting the 3 from Adams off the bench. 14-10 Bobcat lead. 15 seconds to go in this half. Great offensive output for the Bobcats. Number 4 is going to drive it in, gets past his man, but not going to get it to go and get fouled. No, it's going to be an offensive foul on number 4. I believe Ashby was the one that drew that charge. Well done, just stood there under the basket. His guy kind of ran him over as he missed the layup. It would have been a Bobcats rebound anyway, but Bobcats, again, going to get the turnover through a charge. 7 seconds left. The crowd is letting them know. Bobcats up 14-10. Would love to add to that by the end of the quarter. I don't know if anybody's seeing Eli Adams down in this corner, and they do. Okay, Ashby's going to get it. He's got 6 seconds left. Gets around off his foot. No, Floyd's going to get it off the foot. 2 seconds left. Oh, great defense by the Bobcats. I think that was Ryder Bond. Just poked it out of his opponent's hand before he was able to get a half-court shot up, so no shot is going to count. 14-10 Bobcats lead at the end of the first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bobcat Sports Live. If you're just tuning in, Isaac Nagel alone on the call right now. Michael Davis is at his daughter's rec league game. He'll be back for varsity, but we wanted you to be able to have the flavor of this JV game, especially a big home game like this against Floyd. Man, maybe the biggest game that I've gotten a call this year. We're excited to see have a couple games this week to see how we match up. So far in the first quarter, it's been offense, offense, offense. 14-10 for JV. It's a lot going on, especially with how patient both offenses have been. This has not been a rushed game. Both teams taking their time and making it count. I haven't been keeping stats on who's making what because I'm the only man on the call, but I'll tell you what, it seems like both teams are shooting about 70%. Haven't seen many balls not go in. And JV, 7-minute quarters. Fouls are going to reset. It was a 3-1 advantage for the Bobcats, so nobody quite in foul trouble yet. Carter's got to be happy with himself. A big half again, keeping stats I haven't quite been able to do, but I know he at least got 7. Hit a 3 at the beginning and 2 steals, some turnovers that ended in quick baskets for Carter. Carter's going to come right in front of our broadcast table and inbound it. Calls the play for the Bobcats. You've got starters back out. Keister, Rentschler, Carter. No, we've got Blaney out. and Adams. Keister taking his time, looks to set up the play. Bobcats are in no rush. Rentschler's going to get it, looks to make a move out to Adams. Adams thought about the shot, dumps it to Carter. Carter's going to take it back in and pass it back out to Keister. I can't tell if it was a block or just a pass. Either way, it gets to Keister. Keister takes his time, dumps it down. Great pass and great shot. Mikhail Blaney getting in and making the most of it right away. 2 points for Blaney. It's a 16-10 lead for the Bobcats. Again, a great pass there. Blaney took advantage of it. Just a nice little layup in there for 2 points for the Bobcats. Meanwhile, they're going to get the knockaway. Bobcats going to force another turnover. Man, if you're a Bobcat fan, you've got to be excited about how this game is turning out on both sides already. Good defense, forcing lots of turnovers. Offense making the most of it. Bobcats inbound it. Rentschler has it, is double teamed. No, but he's going to throw it back court. He didn't quite realize where his feet were. He had just crossed the line and threw it back to his teammate after getting double teamed. I don't know where else he was able to go. So tough there. Maybe one of the first turnovers for the Bobcats. Rentschler guarding the inbounding Buffalo. It'd be fun to see him get an immediate turnover here. Buffalo does get it in, though. Should say Buffaloes, not Buffalo. They're going to dump it down. No, Keister got off of his foot. A kickball is not going to be called because his foot was planted. Bobcats going to get the turnover. Who else? Trenton Carter coming up with the ball. Every time the ball gets poked away, Trenton Carter seems to find his way to it. Keister's going to drive around. No, going to pull back out. Blaney is setting a screen. They want it down to Rentschler. They get it down to him. He fakes a shot, kicks it to Carter, and nails a three. Selfless play there for Rentschler. Rentschler had a pretty good look, but drew two defenders on him. He knew he had his man open, so he passed out to Carter. Carter with his second three already for the game. He's got at least 10 points, does Trenton Carter. Rentschler now on defense as Floyd tries to get it down. He's going to block it, and now Blaney's going to handle the block, gets it back to Rentschler. Rentschler driving down, gets to Adams. Adams doesn't have a good shot, so he takes it back out. Down to Blaney. Blaney's on his man. He's going to go up. Thought he got fouled. Didn't. Carter's going to get the offensive rebound. Back to Rentschler. Rentschler's going to lay it up, and good. It is a 21-10 Bobcat lead. Floyd's going to need a timeout. My goodness. A 7-0 run to start the quarter for the Bobcats. In fact, it was Floyd who jumped out to a 5-0 lead, which means the Bobcats are on a 21-5 run. Floyd come out shooting and looked impressive to start. Ever since, it's been all Bobcats. Floyd wanted to take a 30-second timeout to gather their wits about him, maybe make some substitutions. I got to say, with this JV team for the Bobcats, lots of different Bobcats have gotten to play. So you're getting to see kind of the depth of this team. Lots of Bobcats already making contributions. Offense, defense, turnovers. None so much as Trenton Carter, who, again, at least 10 tonight. And it is only 2 minutes into the second quarter. If you're just joining us, it's a 21-10 lead for the Radford Bobcats over the Floyd County Buffaloes. Bobcats coming back out. You've got Blaney, Keister, Rentschler, Carter, and Adams. Floyd's got the ball after that timeout. Let's see what they're going to set up. Chafin's got it. Top of the key being guarded by Carter. I mean, the bench of the Bobcats is loving this because they are not giving them an inch. The Buffaloes are just trying to toss it around. Meanwhile, they finally do get it inside. That's 44, Lackey. Lackey's got 5 points, was playing great early on. He's going to dish it out for 3. Not even close. Rentschler's going to get the rebound, falling out of bounds, so he throws it to Carter. Carter gets it down to Adams. Adams back to Carter. Carter's going to have the ball knocked out of bounds by the Buffaloes. Good play there, selfless. Carter didn't see the last Buffalo coming in, who just, again, poked it out of his hands before he had a chance to shoot it. But the ball is going to remain with the Bobcats. Carter's looking. He's going to get close to 5 seconds. No, he's going to get into Blaney. Blaney has fallen out of bounds under the basket, decides to just toss it up, can't get it to go. Floyd County rebound. Trent Johnson looking to check in. Meanwhile, Chafin's going to drive it all the way down. He's going to meet Blaney in the middle. Blaney looking to get a charge. Both players kind of hit in the middle and then both fell backwards and slid. but it is going to be on 15. Mikhail Blaney. Ashby and Johnson going to check in for the Bobcats. Blaney going to head to the bench along with Keister. 4:01 left in the second. First foul for either team in the second. Floyd going to inbound it. Nice little inbound. Good look. 34 out of wide open look. He lays it in. Floyd needed a basket there, and they got it. Rentschler, meanwhile, going to drive it all the way down. No, going to kick to Adams. Adams has a three, and he nails it. Oh, my goodness. He's 2 for 2. Tonight is Adams. He's already got 6. Great shot by Eli Adams. These Bobcats are setting each other up. This is fun to see. Floyd looking to answer, down 24-12. Bobcats doubling them up so far. Not the result many expected. 44 Lackey's going to get it and lay it in. There he is. He's got at least 7 for the night. Bobcats slowing it down. Adams is double teamed, falling out of bounds. He just has to throw it in and does, and gets it to Rentschler. Rentschler, right place, right time. Ashby's going to collect it. Ashby gets it over to Adams. Over to Ashby, slowing it down. This has been a pretty fast-paced game in the past couple minutes after a pretty slow-paced start. Adams going to take it from the white line. He is a heat check there, but missed it there. Not a bad shot. He was 2 for 2 to start, so he said, let's just see what I can do. Bobcats got the long rebound. They're going to get it into Rentschler. Rentschler's going to make a nice little move and lays it in. My goodness. For as tall as he is, he seems to be comfortable dribbling the ball and can just make some nice moves. I don't know if his defenders expected. He just lays it in. He's had a couple of those where he's gotten just enough space and makes the right move. Floyd has not had an answer on offense, but good look there. Going to dish it into Chafin. Right as I say it, they humble me. This is a solid-looking team, and Bobcats are going to see if they can keep the pressure on. Rentschler's going to dish it out to Adams, his third three of the game. It's going to be off the front of the rim, but Ashby goes in to get an offensive rebound and lays it off the glass. Kind of a scoop and score. Ashby, well done there. Saw the bounce that was coming off the rim for that offensive rebound, scooted to the spot where he could get it as he was getting past his opponent, just kind of scooped it up pretty far away from the basket. Able to lay it off the glass and in. Timeout's going to be called. It is a 28-16 advantage for the Radford Bobcats. 2:05 left in the second. Nobody's in foul trouble. So far for the game, only 2 for the Bobcats, 3 for Floyd. But just this quarter, it's 1-0, only 1 foul being called on the Bobcats. Trent Johnson's going to be in the game along with Ryder Bond for the Bobcats. Sutherland's going to come back in after starting the game. Ashby's going to be there. And who is the fourth? That's going to be 22, Zach Morton. Morton seeing his first action tonight. Hey Ya playing in the background, which came out when I was in high school, making me feel old. It's got to be at least 20 years old. Something like that. If you're on the YouTube feed and you want to let me know how long it's been. Floyd's going to inbound the ball. They're looking for an open man. Can't find him. Stifling defense by the Bobcats. Chafin's got it. Dribbles back out. Morton in the game making the most of his minutes on defense. Ashby's going to – no, I thought he was going to get – that was Ryder Bond on the defense. Floyd's going to miss it. Ball's on the ground. Looking to see who's going to come up with it. It's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be Buffalo ball. Trent Johnson, I think, scrambled to get that on the ground, but his foot was out of bounds when he collected it. Good hustle play there for Johnson. Good inbound again. Ryder Bond going to be called for the foul. Probably a necessary foul. Number 40 for Floyd had an easy look. Bond fouls him, so now he's going to have to earn it from the line. Bond doesn't like it. He thought he was straight up. It was a good straight up, but I think he got just enough of a bump. 40, meanwhile, from the line. It's going to be off the front of the rim. Just about every foul shot we've seen tonight has been off the front of that rim. Bobcats going to make a lot of substitutions in the game right now. Morton stays, Carter's in, Johnson's in, Keister's in, and Rentschler. Rentschler's played maybe 90% of the minutes this game. He's got to be a little bit tired. Rebound is going to be off. The second shot is going to be no good. Rebound is going to go to Floyd. Back out to number 4, and 4 drains it. Harvin for 3. Bobcats still up 9. Need to keep their foot on the gas. Johnson's going to get it over to Carter. Carter to Rentschler. Rensler, nice little move, fade away. Can't get that one to go. It's a good shot. You don't see a lot of shots like that in JV basketball. Little fadeaway, looking like Kevin Durant out there. Meanwhile, Floyd's going to get it, trying to eat into this Bobcats lead, trying to go on a little run. Number 4 is going to get it. He's going to drive in. It's going to be off, but then the Bobcats are going to get it, but lots of traffic down low. Morton got the rebound but got bumped. Ball goes off of his shoe, out of bounds. It's going to be Floyd ball. Blaney back in. Johnson's going to go to the bench. 58 seconds left in the second quarter, 28-19 lead. If you're just joining us, let us know that you're here. Let us know that you can hear us. I'm setting up the audio tonight. Michael Davis will be back later, hoping you can hear me quite well. Also, if you're on the NFHS, comment on our Facebook and let us know that you can hear. Would be very helpful. Meanwhile, Floyd's going to have the ball. They're going to dump it back into Chafin. Chafin, a lot of traffic down there. Ball going to be out of bounds on Radford. Radford, the school, not the player. Floyd does have a player with the last name Radford, which could cause things to be just a little bit confusing. I'll try and keep us straight on those, though. Floyd going to inbound it. Nice little inbound plays by Floyd has left him open this time. Just enough quick steps by the Bobcats to stop him on that play, but they still get it in. Number 4's got it. 30 seconds left in the quarter. They're taking their time. Coach might be saying, no, he says drive, and they do. Meanwhile, Keister blocked the shot, but a foul's going to be called on him right at the basket.
Foul number 14, Grant Keister. That's his second.
Second foul on Keister. Third team foul this quarter for the Bobcats.
Forrest Radford at the line.
Forrest Radford at the line. That is the Floyd player with the last name Radford. His first shot is up and no good. Keister is going to go to the bench with those 2 fouls. Ashby's going to come in.
Wayne Slaughter in for Floyd and Paxton Ashby in for Radford.
Paxton Ashby's been playing these off-the-bench minutes, both for Glenver and Radford, but has been incredibly impressive in the minutes that he's been given. Meanwhile, Radford up with the second, and that one is good. 28-20, Radford High School with the lead. Full court press for Floyd. They've got 4 players. Jackson Rensler looked and almost made the same mistake. This time he does not throw it back out of bounds, but the ball is tipped away by Floyd. Floyd's going to drive it down. Nice little teardrop. Can't get it to go. Ball's going to be on the ground for a rebound. Rensler got rolled up there. Going to see if he's hurt. No, he bounces back up. Shot's going to get thrown up. 5 seconds left. No good. Rensler with the rebound. 2 seconds left. He just launches it. No good. Oh, man, what a first half. 28-20 is your score. Halftime going to be 10 minutes. JV's got to feel good about that lead for the Radford Bobcats. Varsity's coming out. They're going to maybe shoot some warm-up shots. They're giving their JV brethren some high fives. They're looking up at the scoreboard saying, wow, 8-point lead against Floyd. We got to feel pretty good about that. Floyd, JV, by the way, has some height to them. Floyd also going to send some players out during halftime, 10 minutes. Maybe put some shots up here on Cormany Court. Going to take a few-minute break. I'm going to try and get all these players' names down so I can have a little bit more of a ability to share with you names and not just numbers for the Floyd County Buffaloes.
Jacket here, man.
Good. It's good to see you again.
This is the 4th trip in a week and a half.
All to Radford? My goodness. Hey, we got an Airbnb at my house. You just come stay. Good to see you, too. Referee comes over. I assume will be here for the varsity game. He said it's his 4th trip to Radford in a week and a half, so he is getting used to Cormany Court. I will say Michael was saying that I believe he was our official for the Glenver game last week. Well-called game. And that's not just me saying it. I thought it was a very fairly called game, but Michael with some reffing experience also said well-called game. So, yeah, it just gets you excited for varsity. You know it's going to be a battle of 2 teams that want to see where they stand at this point in the season. Floyd has looked impressive all year. My Facebook feed has been full of Floyd highlights. I don't know if that's a warning or challenge to me as a Bobcat fan, but man, there have been some plays that they've had this year that have been incredibly impressive. So this is going to be the first matchup between these two this year. and a good measuring stick. Same was thought for JV, and if you're a Bobcat fan, you're excited about where this contest is showing you you're at, because a 28-20 lead coming into halftime. Got to feel good. You got your whole Bobcat squad out here practicing, maybe 4 or 5 from Floyd, just putting up shots. Keys to the second half, if you're a Bobcat fan, I'm going to say this, that their defense, even though their offense have been awesome, they've been putting up a lot of threes. Carter's got 1, Adams has 2. That's been a big contributor, but I think their defense just stifling this Floyd team and really not allowing them to get down to their bigs. They've got guys on the baseline that you would think would put up a ton of points, especially Lackey for Floyd. Lackey for Floyd comes out and just some impressive early points, but then kept mostly quiet after that. So excited to see the Bobcats able to contain him. Meanwhile, I'm going to check myself to make sure that you guys can hear me. And I think you can. Good. I can hear on YouTube, Sadie XOXO, thank you. And good to hear from you. If you're listening on NFHS, excited to have you guys. You know, sometimes last year and sometimes this year we had some different audio troubles, but buddy Ryan McCoy over at Elite Air Conditioning, we called him and said, hey, we want to bring Radford the games. And he said, I'll make that happen. So bought us all new equipment that we needed to come to you guys and hopefully sound great. New River Engraving soon to kick in is our internet sponsor. We're looking to get some upgraded equipment. We're looking to maybe pull some other people in on the broadcast. We would love to bring you guys every single game. Michael Davis has been able to call the girls' games as well. But with a 2-man operation, and my job is, my full-time job is Young Life, which is a ministry to high school students here at Radford, but that means a lot of nights I'm out. And so I try to spend most of the nights that I can with the family. So that's why I say, okay, I'm just going to do the guys' games. But maybe we'll pull some other people on this team for the Lady Cats who, from all accounts, are having an impressive season. If you're joining me wondering how my fantasy football season ended, I know that's why some of you guys tune into this. Michael and I talked about it a couple times. In fact, one of the games that we were supposed to call was going to be the championship, but I lost in the finals. It was heartbreaking. You know, in our league takes it very seriously, and my brother has 9 championships. I've got 2. Everybody, I think there's 3 people tied with 2 championships, so this year I could have kind of, set myself up as being the second best owner in the league, and yet couldn't get it done. Matt Stafford. That final game that he played, couldn't quite do it. Meanwhile, you're tuning in for JV. JV is now retaking the court. Varsity players are going to scatter, or maybe not. Maybe they're going to say, hey, we're Big Brother. We're going to play a little bit longer. We're going to warm up. 4 minutes to go here at halftime. Bobcats lead 28-20. I'll tell you what, there's a good amount of people in this crowd for a JV game, which is really, really fun to see. I think a couple things contribute to that. The first, Floyd being so close, and Floyd travels. Shout out to the Buffalo. And I should say this, I travel to Floyd. I love Floyd. The bread basket, I'm a big cookie maker. If you want me to make you some chocolate chip cookies, maybe we'll have a contest in the comments, and maybe the top commenter is going to get chocolate chip cookies made by me. But I get my ingredients, or at least most of them, from the bread basket. And so I'm at Floyd quite a bit. But Floyd taking the trip down here, lots of people showing out, great atmosphere. Pretty fierce rivalry, but has not been confrontational at all, just a hard-fought game, which is exactly what you want to see. Bobcats going to start shooting from 3 in warm-ups. Carter nails one. He did that earlier this game to get the scoring going for the Bobcats, and they hadn't let up since. Sutherland in warm-up's going to put one up. Can't get it to go, but Sutherland can shoot. Would love to see him able to take some more shots. Blaney's going to get a shot in. Nails it. 3:10 to go. Floyd JV all the way back out. Both teams played a good amount of their players, so hopefully got some rested, not fully exhausted. Also, it's probably both teams' first game of the week. Not check that to be true for the Buffaloes, but for the Bobcats, it is their first of the week. A week that will also feature a game against Martinsville, looming away on Friday. Floyd just draining some threes at halftime. If you're a Bobcat fan, you're hoping that that's not going to be an indicator of what's coming in the second half. 2:26 to go. I'll even say this, you got some students trickling in for the Bobcats. Student section's been a little bit light this year for JV, but to be fair, we haven't had any consistent games in this gym. We had one to start the season. We had one last week against Glenver, and then now one more. Just not a rhythm yet to these home games, but it got a lot of home games coming up on the back end of the season, which that'll be fun. Especially I feel like this team is rounding into form. Same for varsity. Gotten used to who's playing, used to who's going to contribute. A deep, deep bench for both teams, and really a full bench for JV. I got to count when they sit back down, but I think they've got a full 15 players. For a school our size to have a full varsity unit and a full JV, because there's at least 12 for varsity, that's impressive. I think that speaks to the culture here of basketball. It speaks to some good recruiting, I'm sure, by coaches. It speaks to the experience by players, that you've got players that want to play for coaches, and that makes all the difference. It's not just about success. I'm sure that was something that would drive recruitment for the past couple of years with Cormany, but now Fisher and his staff, a little bit less, I shouldn't even say less success, my goodness, we're going up against John Marshall. Hard to have state titles when it comes to that. But it takes a few years to transition to a new coach and figure out who you are. And so both of these squads have been excited to see players still coming out and now be successful. It seems like Bradford High School has taken a significant step this year in terms of basketball, both for JV and varsity. Exciting to see that. 40 seconds left. We're going to get back into game action. If you're just joining us, 28-20, Bobcats lead. Fouls not quite trouble for any team. I do think Keister might be the only one with 2 for the Bobcats. Everybody else, I believe, only has 1. And here we go. Third quarter is going to start. Rentschler guarding his opponent right off. Shut up and dance playing. Let's see if they'll turn it off. Last time we got in a little bit of trouble with that. Okay, music is down. Game is on. Buffalo is going to inbound it. They get it around. Good defense by Keister. Makes his opponent pick up his dribble. Able to get it out. Dishes over to number 4. Number 4 around. Gets past Sutherland there. A nice little layup for number 4. Buffalo's cut it within 6 immediately. Trent Johnson right away is going to go to the bench. We'll see who he comes in for in a second. Carter gets it to Sutherland. Sutherland thinks about a shot. I want him to shoot some of those. Last year, Sutherland had some big threes. Gets it to Keister. Keister again playing patient, picks up his dribble, looks for somebody, gets it to Sutherland in the corner. Looks to drive in, does no, dishes it to Long. Long over to Keister. Long started the first half, then was at the bench most of the time. Would love to see him get involved also. Keister drives it in. Oh, can't quite get it to go, but Rentschler, offensive rebound and back up again. A good move. Rentschler is able to make spin moves off that pivot foot. It's not a travel. In fact, last game at Glenver, it was called a travel twice, and I wasn't quite sure it was. This time the refs not calling it. It does just look like a good pivot move. So Rentschler, a lot of these offensive rebounds. Meanwhile, Floyd's going to get it. They're going to drive it down, miss it. Sutherland's going to come up with good defense and then a rebound for it. Kicks it to Keister. Sutherland going to be up for 3. Can't get that one to go. Sutherland, I asked him to shoot. He did, but couldn't quite get that one to go after incredible defense on the other end. Meanwhile, Floyd's going to drive it in and miss it. Carter with the rebound. Some quicker possessions this time in the third quarter. Radford leading 30-22. They're going to get it to Rentschler. Rentschler's going to get it to Sutherland. Sutherland to Keister. Back to Sutherland. Sutherland to Carter. Carter to Long. Long down to Rentschler. Got a mismatch there. He's going to do his step back. Not going to make it that time. Got a little bit of contact there, and his wasn't quite strong enough. Floyd with the rebound. Long, almost with the steal, is going to come back and block the shot and then get the rebound. Long, good defense there and good recovery. Bobcats going to come up with it. They're going to get it to Keister. Keister's going to go immediately for a shot. Rattles around and in. Grant Keister for 2. 10-point lead for the Bobcats. Buffalo's looking to answer. If you're just joining us, 32-22. Bobcats with the lead. Floyd not playing a bad game, but now as I'm realizing only 22 points midway through the third, they might not be happy about that offensive output, but great defense by the Bobcats. They're going to get an open look for 3 from Chafin. It's going to be around and out. Rebound to Keister. Keister looks ahead, decides no, I don't need to go that quick. Meanwhile, Johnson has been on the sideline to check in for about 2.5 minutes, but no stoppage in time. They've been running about 2.5 minutes. Everybody, they've got to be exhausted. Carter's got it at the 3 line. He's going to dump it over to Keister. Bobcats in no rush. 10-point lead. They'd like to milk some time off the clock. Carter's going to get it. Looks to drive in. Back to Sutherland. Wide open 3, and he is going to be off the back of the rim on that one. Rebound's going to go to Floyd. Floyd's got it. They dump it down. 32's got it, but he dribbles around his opponent. Keister's got it. Good recovery there. The crowd pumped up about this one. Nowhere to go with it, but they dump it down to the baseline. Ball's going to be knocked around, and Keister's going to come up with a steal. Going to dribble it just barely off the out of bounds line, and that's going to be a turnover. In fact, I don't even know if you would call it a turnover. Keister kind of stole it, and he kind of poked it away from his opponent, and the first dribble to collect it barely went out of bounds. So I don't know if he ever had possession, but anyway, it's going to be Floyd ball either way. Call it what you want to. It's Floyd's possession. Bond is going to check in. Ashby's going to check in. Adams is going to check in for the Bobcats. 32 for Floyd's looking for his teammate to make a move. Is going to dump it down to him. It's going to be off the side of the rim. Bobcats are going to get a long rebound. No. Yes, Johnson's going to get it off the floor. No, it's on the floor. Everybody's diving for it. No fouls are called. Floyd's going to dump it down. They're going to save it out of bounds. They're going to get it in. Lackey. Who else for the Buffalo is going to get 2? Crazy play right there, and big shout out to Trent Johnson. He did dive on the ground, but just knocked away at the last second. Just love when somebody's willing to lay themselves out on the line for a team like that. So 32-24, turnover for the Bobcats, and then Ryder Bond is going to try and knock it back out of his opponent's hand, but going to get called for the foul.
Foul number 11, Ryder Bond.
Ryder Bond called for the foul. Second foul for Bond. First team of the third. 2:58 to go in the third. They're going to pause a second. Eli Adams going to tie his shoe, gearing up for another 3, I hope. Adams, 2 for his first 2 today. He did miss his third, but it was around and out. So 3 good looks for Adams, 2 fell for him. He's got 6. Trenton Carter's got about 10. Beyond that, I couldn't tell you. I'm solo on the call today. And so stat-wise, I am lost. Here's a stat I do know, 32-24. Bobcats with the lead, 2:45 to go. Floyd's going to get it. They look to pass out, but are going to get fouled in the process.
Foul number
20, Paxton Ashby is going to get called for it. His first foul, the team's second this quarter. Rentzer going to come back in. He's coming in for Ryder Bond. Mikhail Blaney also checking in for Johnson. If you're a Bobcats fans, meanwhile, there's a little bit of a discrepancy here. They're going to say it's a shooting foul, but there was never a shot. He was passing to a teammate. Shooting foul nonetheless. First is going to be out. Fans behind me don't like it. I'll say this, I don't like it. But the call is the call. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit, you know? First is going to be around and out. Second's going to be out also, but rebound is going to go to the Buffalo. Buffalo going to be around and in. Lackey certainly has double digits. He has been impressive this game. Well done for Lackey. 2:33 to go. It is back to a 6-point game. Little 4-0 lead. Adams is going to have it. Almost gets it stolen, but around his back to save it. Going to be up for 3. No good. Floyd's going to get up for the rebound, and they're going to dish it down to Chafin. Chafin's going to go all the way down, and it's in and a foul. He's excited about that, and he should be. Nice little play there for Chafin. We're going to see who the foul is going to be on. It's going to be on Ashby. I think that's his second. So a lot of Bobcats with 2 fouls now. It is a 4-point game now. This is the game we were expecting, but when we had a 10-point lead for the Bobcats, it was nice. Now we're going to have to really buckle down now. Chafin's got a chance to make it a 3-point, one-possession game. It's up, and it's going to be around and out. Jackson Rensler with the rebound. He's got to have 5 already. He is getting double-teamed at half court, but is able to make it around both opponents. Kicks it out to Carter. Carter to Keister, wide open 3, top of the key, and it's good! Great shot by Keister, and great setup by Rensler. Rensler is so good at that penetration and knowing where his teammates are and getting them at the top of the key. Keister knew it as soon as it came to him. He knew he had to make a shot, and he did. Excellent shot. Kind of break some of the momentum for Floyd. Now it's a 7-point game again. That missed free throw and that 3 are huge. Meanwhile, number 4 is going to drive all the way in. No foul called and also no charge, but no good on the basket. Rensler's going to have it, dribbling around 2 opponents. Ball's going to go on the ground. A foul is going to be called on somebody. Bobcats on the ground for that. Foul's going to be called on number 4 on Harmon. Harmon's second. Harmon has made quite the impact this game. Meanwhile, Carter with at least double-digit points, standing in front of our table, looking to inbound it. $1:35 to go in the third. Adams going to get it down to Rensler. Rensler working on his man. Nice little move and in. My goodness. Takes some contact, bumps his opponent off him, and then just lays it in. A laser shot. I mean, it was a line drive shot, but couldn't have been a better shot. 9-point lead now for the Bobcats. Floyd's got to answer. Both teams, I wouldn't say winded, but are starting to pan a little bit. Meanwhile, Blaney, great play by Blaney. Got his hands in there, trying to get the steal, almost did. His opponent kind of jerked around to the other side to get it away, and Blaney kept his hand on it, and then he got called for the foul. Probably the right foul, but Blaney just, almost came away with a steal. Great defensive play. Carter's going to head to the bench, and we're going to see who is going to come in for the Bobcats. Floyd going to inbound it. They do get it in. Floyd's going to be around. Number 12 is going to put it up for 3 off the front of the rim and out. That missing Bobcat I was looking for, Tyrell Brown. My apologies. Brown seeing his first action tonight. He's going to get the ball right now. Good defense by Chafin. Chafin's going to tie it up, and then Brown's going to tear it back. Is it going to be, what's the call going to be? Going to be a foul. Thought they might have given him the tie up there on the jump ball, but no, it's going to be a foul on Chafin, his first foul of the night. Bobcats going to inbound if you're just joining us. 37-28 game. Bobcats have had the lead most of the game. However, Floyd made a nice little run a second ago to get it within 4. Had a chance to get it within 3. Couldn't hit the foul shot, and then Keister came down and nailed a 3. That lead is now ballooned to 9 for the Bobcats. Keister gets the inbound. Harmon is guarding him. Rensler wants it. He's got some height on his opponent. Has been playing well against him, but the Bobcats aren't trying to waste any time. Actually, that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to waste a possession. Meanwhile, a big push on Brown. No foul's going to be called. Shot's going to go up. Rebound to Blaney. Blaney's going to put it up. He's going to miss it. But the rebound's going to go to Floyd. Then Eli Adams gets the steal. Adams ends to Rensler. Floyd is going to get a foul called on them on the floor on Harmon. Probably smart foul on Harmon. Rensler was going to be right there at the basket. He's going to put that in, but getting fouled, he's instead going to have 2 shots. Game getting a little bit chippy here at the end of the third. Brown got launched, setting a pick for his teammate, and no foul was called. He gets right back up. He's a tough kid. He says, you can do that all day. We're up 9. Coach talking to the ref and explaining to him what had happened. Meanwhile, we're going to have 2 folks checking for Floyd. A silent Jim for Jackson. He's going to be up with his first. He can do it all. Drains that free throw. Number 40 for Floyd's going to check in along with 42. Lackey's going to head back to the bench. And they're going to need somebody else too. I don't know if they realize it. No, they've only got 5. Somebody else sat down. I didn't even see it happen. Sometimes I'm slow here on Bobcat Sports Live. I'm solo tonight. I've got no Michael Davis with me, but he'll be here for varsity. 10-point lead for the Bobcats. Rensler's up and off the front of the rim for the second, but Blaney's going to rebound it. Going to kick it out to Keister immediately. Kick it over to Brown. Brown back to Keister. Blaney making the most of his minutes tonight. Adams gets it to Brown. Brown up for three. Oh, no good. I would have loved to seen him hit that after getting shoved to the floor a second ago. He did it with a second left on the clock, but that miss. The rebound's going to go to Floyd. Buzzer's going to sound. 10-point lead at the end of the third quarter. JV cheerleaders being called out.
Let's make some noise for
Called out maybe is not the right way to say it. Maybe they're being recognized. They're not being called out. They're leading the charge here tonight, keeping this Bobcat crowd in it. It's been a fun game. They contribute to that in a really fun way, so glad to have them. An 8-lady squad for the JV cheerleaders. Maybe more. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's right, 8 JV Bobcats adding to the atmosphere. I'll tell you what, if you're not here at the games, well, I do love that you listen to us online. We would love to have you here. I think there's something so special, especially in a small town like Bradford or a small town like Floyd, just supporting the local school. We don't have an NFL team. We don't have, we have the Hokies 30 minutes down the road. We do have the Highlanders, but I don't know if there's anything more Radford than this high school team, and would love to have you here with us. It's a fun time. We've always got great concessions. You got great atmosphere with the cheerleaders. You've got Richard Fisher on the call. You're on Comedy Court. What more could you want? You got competitive teams, especially tonight. This Bobcat team looking impressive. Rentschler again rebounding right in front of the team that's called his name all night for rebounds, for defensive plays, for offensive plays, assists, free throws. He's done it all. He inbounds it to Keister, who's also had a heck of a night. Keister taking time off the clock. It's 7 minutes left in the game. Bobcats with 10 points want to make every possession as long as it can be. Adams seeing some big minutes tonight. He gets it to Carter. Carter to Rentschler. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Good defense, but it is going to remain here with the Bobcats. .6:37 left in the game. I'm going to see if I can get over to Facebook and update. Oh, I don't even know if I want to. I don't know if I want to mess it up. We're not going to mess it up. You guys are here with us. That's all we need. You on NFHS and YouTube. Rentschler's got it. He's going to dish it to Keister, but it's going to be knocked away. Floyd's going to get it. Nice little move. Oh, my goodness. And Carter says, no way. Carter's going to chase down block looking like LeBron, but instead of off of the back of the, what am I talking about? The back of the backboard, it's going to be out of bounds. So it is going to remain here with Floyd. I get tripped up over my words, guys. When I'm solo, I need some help out here. Floyd going to inbound it back down 10. They need to make a little run here. Eli Adams says, no, sir, not on my watch, guarding his man at half court. Floyd works it around. Keister's going to jump that ball, and he's going to get it and collect it. He's going to go all the way down. He gets it down to Carter. Great play by Keister to Carter for the basket. Well done. Keister kind of had it point blank. Oh, and Keister's going to knock it away again. Keister again up ahead to Carter, and Carter again at the basket. Good. Wow. Floyd got to be frustrated. They get it inbound. A quick run by the Bobcats. Both times Keister with the steal. Both times getting it ahead to Carter for the basket. How many times have we called their game tonight? Carter's got to have 16 points. The Stars are out tonight for Radford. Chafin's going to be up with it. No good. Rentschler with the rebound. Every Bobcat has been contributing, but, man, there's been a couple that are going to love this game. Rentschler dishes it back out to Adams. Adams for three, no good that time. A great three. Man, that kid can shoot. He is so far out as he puts that up, and every time it goes up, you just feel like it's going to go in. He's still shooting 40% from three. He nailed the first two. The last three have looked good, but have been out. So 40% from three from Adams. I think 6 is what he's sitting at points-wise right now, but still a heck of a game from him. 5:19 to go, 14-point game. Carter, look at inbound for the Bobcats. Does to Keister. Keister to Rentschler. Blaney is in the game, sets a screen. They're going to dish it to Keister, but the ball's going to go out of bounds. A little bit of a misread there. One of the few moves tonight that Rentschler probably wishes he could have had back. Floyd not out of this game fully. But Keister is going to help them. I shouldn't say help them out. I was going to say help them be out of this game fully. Keister's going to get his 3rd turnover in 4 possessions. Incredible defense. Just knows where to be on the court. He gets it over to Carter. Carter has the ball. Carter dumps it down to Rensler. Rensler looking to make a move. Gets it to Blaney. Great spin move by Blaney, but that momentum carries him just a bit too far. The shot's going to be no good. Meanwhile, Rensler's going to poke it away on the other end, gets it to Carter. Carter gets it to Rensler. Rensler is going to get fouled on that. Man, I wish he could have had an open lane. I want to see that kid dunk. I think he can throw it down. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Davis on the call coming in. Now, he's got his dinner with him, so we might give him a little bit to eat. He is just joining in to catch him up. What a game for the Bobcats, Michael. Rensler, I haven't kept stats. I don't know how many he has, but I would say double digits. He's probably got 6 or 7 rebounds. Bobcats playing incredible defense, and he's going to miss the first of those 2 free throws.
Yeah, I mean, I come in here. Look, Isaac, I apologize for being late. We had a game of our own. I was told this Floyd County basketball team was pretty good. I come in, scores 42-28.
That's exactly right. And I'll tell you what, they are a good team. But the defense that we have played, the opportunities we've had on offense, we have played one of the best games I've seen JV play this year.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, 42 points. We played a hard-fought game the other night. This team has talent. You know, a lot of young players. One of the best players on the team, I'm sure you've mentioned, is an 8th grader. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of talent coming up. I'm glad to be here in this break since we have one here after a timeout. Catch me up fully on the game. Do you have any words of what's been going on?
Yeah, a couple of things that stand out. Trenton Carter gets the scoring started for us. We were down 5-0 quick, so right away it was like, uh-oh, we're going to see how this game goes. But then we went on a 21-5 run.
Oh, wow.
To go up 21-10. So once we jumped out to that lead, the closest Floyd has gotten, they were within 4, maybe with halfway through the third quarter, something like that. They got within Floyd, and they had within 4, and they had a chance to make it a 3-point game. But here's what's happened a few minutes ago. Grant Keister has gotten 3 turnovers in 4 possessions.
Oh, nice.
2 of those 3 just launched it ahead to Carter, and Carter's probably got 16 points on the night.
Well, that's incredible. I mean, Carter's one of the best athletes on the floor right now. As a foul's going to be called on the take, Bobcat fans didn't like it. Coach Moore said, hey, take that charge.
Yeah. It's hard, too, because Rensler, I mean, it seemed to be all ball, just clean block. NFHS, if you're watching, maybe rewind that one. See what that was.
Yeah, from where I'm sitting, it was a lot of ball. But, hey, that's what happens. Again, 43-28. But the Bobcats, again, have a lot of talent. Bobcats making substitutions right now. Johnson coming in. But they have a lot of talent. And we've talked about this, especially at the varsity level. You know, we got to get guys. It's almost like rebuilding a program here for Coach Fisher. And if you look over at the bench, any of these guys can play. And it's 15 deep team. So a lot of talent coming up, and they're playing hard. Same system. Again, we talked about this in the last one. Every coach over there played for Coach Corman, right? Coach Fisher did as well. Nothing has changed. It is the same that it was 10 years ago, right? So the talent might just be a little down from then, obviously, from the best teams in history, right? So we're building it back, and it's coming alive. And this, you can see it right with these young guys. They come into this game, and everyone's hearing Floyd this, Floyd that, Floyd this. The Buffaloes are so good. They're athletic. They shoot well. And for the Bobcats to come out, game's not over. 4 minutes to go. A lot of work to do. However, when I walk in the gym and it's 42-28, I'm loving it.
It is. It's a good feeling. And I'll say this. You talked about depth. Depth on JV also. We've probably had at least 10 players play tonight. Some, significant minutes. And able to go to the bench and have fresh legs has been huge for us. You'll appreciate this. The first 2 3-pointers for Eli Adams, bang, bang.
Good.
Yep.
Good to hear it.
He's missed 3 since then, but I'm still, I was thinking a second ago, 40% is still, you'll take that all day from 3.
Guys get paid millions and millions to go 40% from 3. So,
Yes,
don't
I think
about
Steph is sitting at 37% this year, something like that.
Which is in his old age, too.
That's right. And I think that it's fair to say that Adams is the next Steph. I think that's clear. Rensler, meanwhile, is going to be double-teamed again. Man, Floyd getting a little bit frustrated at this game. Timeout is called. That's a smart timeout right there.
Yeah, well, that's a great timeout because I thought we were getting ready to get a jump ball, and it would have been Floyd County Buffalo's ball, and that's kind of what the Buffaloes are talking about right now with the officials saying, hey, that probably should have been a jump ball, and I think they could have made an argument, right, that it would have been, but Bobcats call a timeout there. And you know what? I understand the frustration, right? So I don't know the record or the stats of this Floyd County JV team right now, but I would say comparatively they're a pretty good JV team, right? They probably aren't down – 15 plus, 17 plus points in any given night. And so to come out and just everything you're throwing at the wall is not sticking. Nothing is going in the hoop. Defensively, nothing's working. The Bobcats are still getting to the basket. They're still getting to the free throw line. They're scoring on you. Everything you do is frustrating, right? And they're working their tail off out here, these Buffaloes, and nothing's going right. So that can be frustrating. We had a 7th and 8th grade game, second, third grade game, 7 and 8-year-olds, excuse me, and they were frustrated as well. We ended up losing by one basket at the buzzer, and they were frustrated. The other team was very physical, and we were saying, hey, we got to play through it. And sometimes you're just not the better team, and these Buffaloes are saying, hey, these Bobcats are pretty good.
Yeah, I think they are, and I think one thing that's interesting, meanwhile, Bobcats going to inbound it up 14, 3:42 to go. Ball's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be black ball. One of the things that's been interesting, Floyd County has not played bad. They have gotten nobody in foul trouble. They have gotten nobody that has been hurt. So there's really not something you can point to.
Right.
I think it has just been excellent Bobcat defense. Now, maybe coaches at Floyd would have a different perspective. Maybe they'd say, what game are you watching? We didn't play what we wanted to. But I would credit the Bobcats. Really, really good game over a bad game by Floyd. Now, this is the first time we'll play them this year. I'm really interested to see what's going to happen in the second game. Meanwhile, Eli Adams going to go to the bench. Sutherland and Johnson going to check in for the Bobcats. Bobcat lineup, Rentschler, Johnson, Keister, Sutherland, Carter.
You say that, and everyone knows one of the toughest places to play in the New River Valley is at Floyd.
Oh, yeah.
The games tend to go, and this is really more so of a high school basketball. It happens in college basketball too. Home teams tend to win, right? And a lot of times you can fight through that. But there is something about playing in different arenas. And so when you're the Bobcats and you can get that first game at home, it says, hey, we can take this thing. And then it's obviously, if let's say this was an 8-point spread, right? The Buffaloes would be favored by 1.5 at Floyd, if we're going to look at it that way. So home court matters, and it's always a tough time when you're in Floyd County. So they'll be ready for the next time these two play.
I think you're exactly right. Meanwhile, Floyd going to miss both free throws there, but they are going to get the rebound. Ball is going to be – is that a jump ball or a foul? Where are we looking?
I believe it just went out of bounds.
A foul.
Oh.
No, you're
it just
right.
went out of bounds.
You're right.
Yeah, but that's okay. Oh, no, they did call a jump ball. The arrow moved.
Did they?
That's
Okay.
what I was looking at, and the arrow hadn't moved.
There's so many
yet,
things.
So.
That was the thing when I didn't have you. I got lost a couple times tonight. I was like, I don't know what's happening. But I know what's happening now. That's a turnover for the Bobcats. Mikhail Blaney. I think we called his name a couple times. He's checked in a couple times and gotten some significant minutes and then made the most of them, especially on defense. Rentschler's going to have it. He's going to get double teamed out to Keister. Keister thinks about three instead over to Sutherland. Sutherland drives in and get blocked.
That's a great block. I give these Buffaloes a lot of credit here. Hey, they're fighting. They're down 12 points here, or 14 points, excuse me. Down 14 points, and they're fighting. 3 minutes to go, a lot can happen. A couple steals that go the Buffaloes' way, a couple missed shots by the Bobcats, and a couple makes for the Buffaloes. And this thing is right back in the driver's seat.
Speaking of.
And they get a steal right now, attacking the basket. Shot is up and good. So now it's a 12-point deficit, and the Buffaloes are going to take a timeout. If I'm the Buffaloes, that's a great timeout. Just under 3 minutes to go, you get the steal that you needed and the bucket. Again, one more bucket, and it's a 10-point single-digit game.
Yeah, Chafin, great play right there. Steals it himself, takes it all the way down, hesitates at the basket so that his defender just flies by him and then puts it right up and in. Chafin's had a couple of these plays tonight that have been quite impressive. So that's a bright spot, I'd say, for Floyd. Also with Lackey. Lackey, he's got to have 10 or more for Floyd. Had a couple points tonight where he's been a little bit frustrated. He's one that I think when we play them at Floyd, that kid could have 20 or 25 points. He's just a good player.
Sure.
If you're just joining us, 2:52 left in the fourth quarter and in the game, so 43-31, Bobcats are leading. Fouls, Bobcats have 2 this quarter. Floyd County has 3. 3 timeouts for Floyd, 2 for the Bobcats. Blaney going to inbound it for Radford. He's going to get it into Rentschler. Rentschler, and that big man that can dribble, he gets it to Blaney. Blaney to Keister. Keister going to slow it down. We need to waste some clock. Look to dump it to Blaney instead, going to get fouled.
Yeah, I like Rentschler a lot. I was talking to his dad, before the game. And we were just talking about how big he is, right, but how young he still is and how he can play inside but his dribbling and his shooting has gotten so much better. And,
Yes.
and his attacking the basket, and he's just a great overall player. I cannot wait to see his kind of true form, so to speak. He has potential if he continues to grow. We saw when the Bobcats played Christiansburg in that Chance Harmon, as the Buffaloes looking to score on the other end, they do. So just like we talked about a couple stops, it's a 10-point ball game.
Look at that.
The Overbay brothers, the twins, this is the style of basketball they play as well, right?
Yep.
So as he continues to grow, he has a lot of potential. And so I'm excited to see that. And I know this coaching staff will mold him into the player he can be.
Well, and not to insult other players, but I feel like when you get a kid that's his age and is that tall, they're often awkward. It's like a baby giraffe. They just aren't used to how tall they are. He seems
Baby deer out
completely
there.
comfortable. Right.
Oh, yeah.
He's got moves already in 8th grade. Like you're saying, you refine that. He's going to be a fun player to watch for years to come. And seems like a good kid.
Seems like a great kid.
Yeah.
He's at the free throw line now. Puts up the first, and it's good.
There it is.
And that's what we talked about. I don't know what the free throw shooting's been like, and I'm sure you'll let me know. But I talked to Coach Morris about a couple keys to keys to victory, so to speak.
Yep.
And he's like, hey, we got to hustle. We got to out physical them on the boards. We got to get those rebounds, and we got to make our free throws.
Well, and we definitely have hustled. I'd say that's a huge check mark for us. Free throws, well, Jackson is going to make that one. We've had a couple opportunities that we've missed on those, but I'd say we're shooting about 70% if I had to guess. I'd love the stats to back me up.
Not
Meanwhile,
great.
but yeah, not what you want when the shots are free. But 2 minutes left. We'll take a 12-point lead no matter how we got it. 33 points only for Floyd. They're going to be frustrated at that. We're going to see if they can change the script here at the end and get some offense going. Meanwhile, three's going to be shot no good. Rebound to Keister. Keister had his name called a number of times tonight, but he's going to get double-teamed and then stolen from.
That's a great steal by
It is. Good play. Bucket is up and good for Floyd. It's going to be back to a 10-point game. Floyd takes a timeout.
Yeah, it's 10-point game, 150 to go. And that's the thing is the Buffaloes are still competing out here. The problem is they're getting still here, still there, but they can't seem to do everything right. So the Bobcats are still able to get to the free throw line. The Bobcats are still able to score. So they get a couple steals and a couple baskets in a row, but then they still allow the Bobcats to score. That only goes so long when you got a minute and a half left. So, if you had 7 minutes of game time, you're not so panicked if you're the Buffaloes, but eventually you're going to be committing more fouls because you're being a little bit over aggressive, and that's going to put the Bobcats at the line.
Well, and that's the nice thing for the Bobcats. I think momentum has shifted to Floyd a little bit, but when you build up this much of a lead, you got some cushion. So you can't just sit back. It's still minute 49. Again, this is a Floyd team that can shoot, that can get steals really quickly and score in transition. So you can't just say, oh, I think we've got this one. But, because of this lead, they've set themselves up for the ability to maybe to weather the storm. Blaney's going to have it on the court, or Blaney, Ashby. Oh, Blaney's going to be mad at himself. He looks to throw it up to Jackson Rinser because he's got height. Doesn't realize he's right on the basket, throws it off the backboard. And Floyd is going to get it. No time off the clock, an immediate turnover, and they're back under their basket. 10-point game. They get it into Chafin. Chafin's going to put it up. It's going to get no good. The rebound's going to go back to Floyd. Carter's going to bump his opponent, trying to get him to go out of bounds, and a foul's going to be called.
Yeah, I love the hustle there by Carter. Just got there a little late with the foul. But I love Trenton Carter. I think and for him to only have his first foul this late in the game's great. That means he's played great defense all night. He's attacked the basket, and nothing silly's happened, right? So he's one of those players to look out for as he gets older, but he does a great job. You said he had about 16 tonight?
Oh, yes. He had probably 10 of our first 21 points. And has gotten at least 6 or so from there. He's one, again, I was surprised to not see on varsity this year. But when your varsity team is that loaded, it's like, hey, give him some playing time on JV. Meanwhile, Floyd, they're going to inbound that, and they're going to hit a three. It is a single-digit game. It is a 7-point game, a minute 30 left. Bobcats, no need to go quick. They do go quick. No, but a foul's going to be called on the floor. That, however, is going to send Rinser to the line for 2. No need to run time off the clock. You got a minute 26 left and only a 7-point lead. You need to take as much time as you can. Let them foul you.
Absolutely. It was kind of one of those things where you just get an open lane, and sometimes it's almost more difficult to pull it out. But like you said, 45-38. But this is what we talked about. Him the other night, him attacking the basket off the dribble. It just opens the floor up for the Bobcats. So you have to close in on him. And he has options, right? He's so tall. You have to defend him in the paint or he's going to score. And if you close in on him, he's got options to dish it out, and the Bobcats have plenty of guys who can shoot threes. So I think him being able to dribble the basketball as well as he can for such a big size is only going to get better and better. And as he's there, he's making his free throws, knocked them both down. So since I've been in the gym, he's 4 for 4.
Yep. Yeah, 4 for 4, and that tells me a kid is working hard. Meanwhile, Floyd going to go down and take a quick three, is going to miss it, but they're going to get a long rebound. That tells me a kid is not just resting on his height and saying, hey, I'm taller than everybody, I'm more athletic, I'm just going to win. Oh, wow. Meanwhile, Trenton Carter's going to draw a charge.
Yeah.
So that is going to be two shots? What is it? What happens on a charge?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Because
Bobcat
it's
ball.
Yeah, it's just Bobcat ball. It's because it's one of those. It's a certain type of foul, so it doesn't go to like if it was back in the olden one-on-one days, you still wouldn't shoot. It's because the offensive foul, I think, is what it's considered. There's a category it falls into.
And that makes sense.
I'm sure Doug and I are sitting over there cracking up at me trying to explain.
Yeah, Doug,
that.
tell us. Doug, just sign language us from the top. We can see you up there. But, hey, going back to what I'll say about Rentschler, again, when you're a kid in 8th grade that's that tall, that's that athletic, some of those kids will just lay back and allow their talent to win the day instead of saying, I'm going to work hard. And I believe he's working hard because he's hitting his free throws. You know, it doesn't matter if you're tall when you just hit the free throws. Who did you say was the best player on the team being an 8th grader? Oh, yeah, one of. We shouldn't say, yeah, one of the best. But I will say tonight you're right. Yeah. I may have said earlier that the best player is an 8th grader.
Well,
but
look,
we got a lot of best players.
you can make that correct.
I tell each of my kids that they're my favorite kid because they're both my favorite.
My wife's my favorite wife, and my daughter's my favorite daughter.
There you go. So he is our favorite player, as are all the players. But right now, a quick three for Floyd makes it just enough of a game. 48-41, 49 seconds left in the game. You got to still feel comfortable if you're a Bobcat, but you don't like seeing those threes go in. I will say this. We were lucky those threes weren't going in earlier because if they were, this game might be in Floyd's direction.
Okay, I got an answer for you.
Okay.
So there's a couple reasons.
How did you do that quick?
I'm pretty good at my job.
You were, yes.
One, because it's fouls like that are common fouls, right? So common fouls of the game. This is considered a player control foul and can only award possession.
Look at that.
Yeah. So otherwise it would be like a double penalty. So like the one team, you already have the basketball, correct?
Mm-hmm.
When you get fouled, so therefore you go to the free throw line. In the other instance, you do not have the basketball, so you are already getting a bonus by getting the basketball.
Okay.
They're not going to give you double bonuses by giving you the basketball and allowing you to shoot.
Okay, but tell me this. If
Techs are different, if that's where your question's going.
No, it's not text. It's like on this play right now where we're inbounding it. If they were inbounding it and it's a foul on the inbound.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of foul on the inbound.
Yeah, we have the basketball already, so yes.
Johnson's going to immediately turn it over. Harmon's going to get it, shoot it for three. He's not going to get it.
That was a good look, too.
Johnson gets it back. It was. I feel like he was just a little bit off balance. I bet he wish he could have that shot back. Because if he stole that and got that shot, that's a 4-point game.
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
That was a good look. That's exactly what the Buffaloes wanted, actually. But they just couldn't get it go. Almost rushed it.
I think so, too.
But to answer your question about the inbound, the Bobcats already have possession of the basketball, right, on the inbound.
Yes.
So we're fouled on the inbound.
Oh, that makes sense.
Therefore, we would shoot the basketball.
See, this is why I need you here. I didn't have anybody explain these things to me earlier. Johnson hits the first free throw. I will say, especially with Jackson Rentschler making 4 in a row and then Johnson making it here, I'd say we might be up more towards 75 or 80% for a free throw. So at the end of the game,
few minutes.
And these are the ones that matter most. You're icing the game with these. Johnson hears me say that, and I made him nervous. He missed that one.
It is an 8-point game, though. Buffaloes need something quick. They're going down looking for a three. I would just attack the basket. You got to get something, right? Either they foul you or you score. The Buffaloes taking way too much time right now. You got to attack the basket. They're going to get a 3 ball. It's up, and it's no good. As they do get the rebound, blocked by Rentschler underneath, and the Buffaloes step out of bounds, I believe, on that rebound. So it should be – no, they're going to say it hit the ground out of bounds before he made contact with it.
Now, Michael, tell me if this is not an all-star idea, because I'm hearing Rentschler blocking the shot, and I'm wondering how many well, hold on. I'll say this in a little bit. Chafin's going to get up, and he's going to get it in. 6-point game.
Oh,
Timeout's going to be called, I believe.
That's a tough timeout. Ball is already in play.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
surprised. I mean, unless the official heard him say it, just got late whistle, which happens, right? Speaking of late whistles, Kentucky, Tennessee,
Ooh.
SEC refs are about to give me a heart attack.
Oh, no.
They are atrocious and should be looked at. And
I'll
should
look
be
into
under
it.
investigation.
I'll look into it. Hey, now that we have got a second, here's my idea.
Yeah.
My brother, who is now calling games for Christiansburg
Yeah.
High School, in fact, calling right now.
Oh.
Dueling calls. If you don't like this Nagel, try the other Nagel for Christiansburg. But they are purchasing some app that is like a scoreboard app, essentially. So their scores table are entering it in live, and then he's got his computer up where he can see. What a gift that would be to us, to be able to just see live.
We can.
We got to do it.
Do that.
That
That's
would be
not
so
difficult
cool.
At all. We can do it right here in OBS. And
What I would
technically
love
we
for us not to have to do, like if the scores table's doing it and we just get to reference it.
So it can be done on NFHS for sure.
Come on.
Uh,
I just feel like for me, I'm so often like, oh, I think Colt Rollins has, like 6 points, maybe 8, but if it was live and it was official, that'd be pretty cool.
You're telling me the scores table is implementing it for him over there?
I believe it is coming from the scores table, and he can correct me. Meanwhile, Bobcats are going to inbound it. They do get it in. 3 people on Rentschler. He is going to get fouled. 13 seconds to go. Bobcats up 6. That should do it.
Well, that would mean we would have a lot of work coming from the scores table.
Well, instead of them doing the stats in this, they're doing it on. Oh, well.
Oh.
Never mind then.
I would have to talk to the AD or your brother about that. Maybe we could talk to him.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I feel like that would enhance the broadcast.
We definitely could do it here for sure.
And that would be cool too.
We
really can get our intern. Our intern is getting old enough where he is getting some responsibilities that might actually he could maybe lock in. That might be a next season thing for him.
I bet we can set that up before the next home game.
It could be kind of fun.
I bet I can work my magic here.
Speaking of NFHS, I'm getting an email from them telling me to tune in to myself.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't say to me. I get those emails.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the Bobcats are going to go 1 of 2 on the line. Floyd is going to get it with 2 seconds left. They're going to be up. It's no good. Your final from Courtney Court. 50 for the Bobcats, 43 for the Floyd County Buffaloes.
Bobcats covered.
Excellent game.
I don't know.
You said they covered?
Yeah.
They certainly covered my expectations. I thought it was going to be a really tight game, and to be fair, 7-point game in the end, that is a tight ball game. But they've got to be ecstatic about the way that they played against maybe their toughest opponent this season. Certainly their toughest 2A opponent. I don't think that they faced Martinsville yet, which they'll have a chance Friday to see where they stack up against the other dominant Class 2 school. But tonight they've got to be feeling good. They should. Carter, 16-ish points. Rentschler, probably about the same, honestly, with those free throws. Tons of rebounds, tons of blocks. Keister, tons of turnovers. Eli Adams getting 2 big threes. Mikhail Blaney coming in and playing big with the minutes that he's been given. I mean, every player had a big moment tonight. So, well done, Bobcats. 20 minutes to go until the varsity tilt. We'll be here for it. We hope you will be, too. We'll take a few-minute break, then we'll do some pregame.
Yeah, absolutely. Tonight we'll do some pregame.
I love it. Well, give me 5 minutes. I'm going to get some concessions. You're with us on Bobcat